Foxy.
Hey, look, it's
Our
Foxy.
teacher.
Look,
Welcome
it's
back,
him.
sir. How are you?
It's great to see you again. He's back. We felt really
Of course
bad.
I'm not mad at you.
Sorry, there was nothing we could
The
do.
only thing that matters is that you're all okay.
That's so sweet of you. You're the best.
We were worried you
I would
weren't going to
never
come
abandon
back.
you guys.
Come on, show me what you got. What's going on?
Chill out.
Come on.
Hey, what do you two think you're doing? Break it up! I'm talking to you guys. Cut it out now! This is school! This fight stops now!
Back off or you're next!
That's no way to talk to your principal.
Guys, just calm down.
Is violence the only thing you understand? Do I have to stoop to this?
I warned you, Principal.
Did you see that?
How could you? It's gonna be all right, sir. There's an ambulance on its way. Give him some room! Make way for the ambulance!
I'm okay. I can take care of myself.
Don't be silly. Try not to move.
You seem to be an intelligent man.
Their heads are there, always like that? And who are you? Gather all those janitors in front of the storage here. That's right, hurry! I trust that you've all learned something. You should be worried about what the judge thinks. These aren't students. They're monsters. All of them. What is this place? I don't get it. How did I get here? Where am I? I've never seen anything like it. And who are you? What's with the strange robes?
You have many questions to ask.
I do. Tell me where I am and what you're doing here.
I am here to review the moments of your existence.
Is that right? Ah, I see. And you also spy on people.
Hardly. I am not concerned with such trivial matters.
Well, if you don't gather intelligence, then what do you do?
I am surveyor and witness to all things.
Ah, so you witness all things. So tell me what this place is then.
You are at the gateway to eternity.
Oh, of course, of course. Stop jerking me around, man. This eternity, whatever. Why am I here? Can you answer me that?
You stand at the threshold of eternity because the life you once knew has now ended.
Are you trying to tell me I'm dead? No. I'm not dead. I'm sure I'm alive. I mean, just look at me. I know I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I am not dead!
Let's move, people. Let's get him inside.
Easy. Be careful. Take it slow.
Easy now. That's it. All right. Come on, let's go.
How's he doing, Doctor?
I'm doing fine, Vati. What's the matter? Can't you see me?
I'm sorry to say that his wound is quite severe.
What do you mean it's severe? But I'm standing right in front of you. Look at me, I'm fine.
We got to him too late.
Come on, give me a break. Just look at me, Fati.
You should notify his next of kin. There's nothing we could do.
May God rest his soul.
He will, of course. He's got me covered, but let's wait till after I die. Hey, what is this? Can you see this? I'm standing right here. Standing, breathing. What's the deal? What is the matter with you? Come on, someone take a look at me. I'm standing right here! Here!
Death is the inescapable conclusion of life. Is this inevitable truth such a surprise?
I never really let myself think about it. I mean, why bother? Can't stop it from happening, so what's the point?
Death's as relevant as any other truth. Bearing it in mind gives one proper perspective. Those who do are able to live their lives wisely. They fear nothing in life, and they are unafraid to start their journey into the great beyond.
But how am I supposed to go about my life thinking about death? I couldn't concentrate. How am I supposed to think about death and not freak out?
That's what faith is for.
But I did have faith. A faith that I really believed in.
I see. So you remain true to this faith of yours?
I messed up once or twice. Is that going to count against me?
Everything is counted. All your choices will be weighed. All your actions will be evaluated. The people you knew in life will be given a voice here. And then your fate will be revealed.
Yeah, but only a few of the people I knew in life. Not all of them, right?
Everyone you affected will be heard. This ensures that you will be properly judged. There they are, the bearers of your fate.
Fatih is coming. And Esma. Mesut, too. All of my students. Arzu, Bircan.
You look surprised.
Is this the end of the world?
It is. The universe has passed into oblivion. All the life in it has now gone and awaits to be given its eternal resting place. It is exactly as it said it would be.
Everything is gone now. All life is over with, not just mine. This isn't how I thought it was going to be. You expect me to defend all of my mistakes? There's no way I can do that. Please let me out of this, huh? I'm not strong enough to deal with this. You gotta do something to help me!
People are often beguiled by the distractions of the material world, never thinking of the world beyond until they come here. You are not the first to be humbled standing at the edge of this precipice. We will now look back on life, your choices and actions. You will then be required to give an account of your blessings. It is time, Guven. Are you ready to take a final account?
Do I have a choice? What if I can't remember something?
You are standing before the mirror of your conscience. All will be revealed.
I don't understand.
It is similar to recovering any kind of information that's hidden. You're familiar with that?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
What you call the memory center in your brain. Within it resides the totality of your existence. Your mind has been immaculately designed by the Almighty. Just as new life comes with every spring, and resurrection awaits the faithful, so will your forgotten memories return.
And there's no chance that anything can be left out?
Right.
When I started out, I was just a teacher. But that wasn't enough for me. I needed more. There were a lot of guys younger than me, and they had more experience. They were way ahead of me. I had to do whatever it took to even out the odds.
Mr. Korkmaz, you seem to be an intelligent man. I assume you are aware of the reason why you were appointed to your current position.
Yes, I am well aware of why I was selected. I'm very grateful.
We expect you to bring the same level of excellence, hard work, and expertise that you brought to your previous schools. You need to make Enlightenment High School an institution of genuine enlightenment.
I assure you, I'll do all I can to provide them with the finest education.
That's good. But this time, we want a new type of system at the school. If we can implement some new approaches, we will qualify for a lot of additional funding. And in addition to that, this new system requires a lot of purchases, materials, equipment, upgrades, and other expenses. That means there'll be a lot of bids to establish and a lot more money to improve the system.
I'm sure I can create a great curriculum. I'm less familiar with the business aspect, but I'm sure I can get the hang of it.
Don't worry, my friend. You can leave the new contracts to me. All you need to focus on is making it the finest school around. If you can do that, who knows? The world's full of wonderful opportunities.
I don't understand what you mean.
I think you deserve better, and that it's about time you were promoted in the government bureaucracy. You have a lot of experience. Since you're devoted to our brotherhood, it should be a sure thing.
There's nothing I wouldn't do. Please, excuse me for being so overwhelmed. This means a great deal to me. This is like a dream come true for me.
Come on. You're of no use to us if you're going to wear your heart on your sleeve. You've got to trust what's in here. And then you'll know just what you need to do to see you through. But there's this guy. He might cause some trouble and try to mess things up for everyone. He's just a righteous idiot.
It doesn't sound like my job will be that hard then. I mean, how difficult can one overzealous teacher be after all?
Yeah, that's right. You'll be great in your new position, I just know it. All you have to do is lead with authority and never make any compromises. If you do that, your path will be enlightened.
To the future.
Morning, Teach.
Good morning. Arzu? Is something wrong?
Nah, I'm alright. It's nothing you need to worry about. Have a good lecture.
What's bothering you? I don't think I've ever seen you so depressed.
Well, what do you expect? The university exam is too expensive. There's nothing I can do about that.
Well, maybe there's something I can do about it.
Like what?
Just do me a favor, Arzu. Hang on till tomorrow, and I'll cover your exam fee, okay?
Are you sure about this?
Well, why wouldn't I be? If you had some money, and I didn't have enough money to buy bread for my daughter, you'd help me out, wouldn't you?
Well, of course I would.
So meet me tomorrow and you get your money, okay?
Thank you, sir. You're too nice.
See you then. Excuse me, sir. Can I help you with anything?
I'm the new principal of the school. Guven Korkmaz.
Oh, really? Then welcome. I teach literature here. My name is Fatih Adigozel.
Pleasure to meet you. I guess I should take a look around.
Yes, of course. I'm sure you'll be a great blessing to the school.
Just a few steps on campus, and the first person I run into is the troublemaker. He wears a wedding band, and then he says something about me being a blessing. That's great.
Let's go. Come on, hurry.
Hey, Fatih. Who's that?
The principal.
No way.
Uh-huh.
I'll check him out.
Huh.
Hello, sir. Welcome to our school.
Well, thank you.
I'm Masood Ayaz, assistant principal. I wish I was notified you were coming. We would have given you a proper welcome.
It's better this way. Are they always like this?
Yes, of course. They work hard day in and day out.
That's not what I mean. Their heads, are they always like that?
Always like what?
You know what I mean. Are they always covered like that?
I'm sorry?
I can see my work here is cut out for me. Where are we?
A school.
A state institution, correct?
Correct?
At a state institution, every employee should be dressed appropriately, including these women.
They don't dress like that all the time. I mean, they're headscarves, sure. But nobody minds. It's not like it hurts anybody.
I disagree. It's a bad influence on our children. They see them cover their heads, and their children will learn to cover their heads too. And that could lead to trouble.
I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean by that, sir.
You will understand eventually. Very soon, everyone here will understand.
Dear John, your writing is really cool.
Thank you, Elif.
Let's put Omer's piece here, huh?
Okay, looks good.
Pardon, I just need to get by.
What are you kids working on?
The bulletin board. That's good. That looks better over there.
Okay.
You.
Who, me?
Yes. Come here, please.
Come.
Tell me what that is.
Mr. Korkmaz is the new principal of our school. Here.
The beloved. Our beloved. Most beloved. Who is this beloved supposed to be?
It's a piece I wrote about the Holy Prophet.
And who gave you permission to post this over there?
Mr. Ayaz did.
Okay, I'm going to put an end to this. Hand over those papers.
But why? It's about our prophet. It's about a celebration of his birth. What's wrong about that?
Don't bother arguing with me, boy. I've made up my mind. This will no longer be permitted.
But sir, we've done this every year. Mr. Ayaz told us it was part of the curriculum. Isn't that right, sir?
Keep your mouth shut, son. This year will be different.
I'm just saying.
That is enough. Or do you need to be disciplined? Now go.
Come on.
Just who are these kids?
I guess they could best be described as aspiring journalists. They've always been encouraged to do these kinds of things.
From now on, these kinds of activities will no longer be
Yes, sir.
permitted. Religious topics don't belong in a school like this. It's not like this is Sunday school.
No.
Take this. So, this teacher I met outside, what's his name?
You mean Fatih?
Ah,
Fatih Adiguzan.
that's him. What's his deal?
We don't see everything the same way, but he's definitely a good person. He teaches literature, but he's also head of the purchasing department. He's a very trustworthy guy. He's very popular with the students, and his wife happens to be a teacher too. But now she's on maternity leave.
So his wife's a teacher. That's okay.
Why? Would that be a problem?
No, of course, it's fine. Now, how about you show me to my office?
Yes, just follow me. Well, we actually passed it. It's just back there. Please. There's a
Okay,
laboratory
thank you.
and a study room on this floor as well.
Esma, let me. You should take it easy.
Even you can't do everything yourself, Fatih.
How can I be alone when I have you? And look, I have a little helper. Merve, sweetie, let's be seated.
My angel.
So, Merve, how'd it go at the hospital today? Did anything hurt?
Fatih, what are you saying? Mary's a big girl now. She's strong, right?
It did hurt. It hurt a lot. I tried to be strong, but it still felt bad.
Oh.
And these two men were talking. One of them said that his daughter was really sick. She was sick like me. And then she died, Papa.
Don't worry, my dear. Things will get better.
Everybody always says the same thing. I know it's hopeless. Anybody who has sick kidneys always ends up dying from
That's
it.
nonsense, Merve. As long as there's something we can do, there's a chance we can make you well. The doctor told us the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
God willing, you'll be all better after treatment.
That's right, dear. Where are you going, sweetheart?
We forgot the salt.
Esma, it'll be all right. She's a kid. Her imagination gets the best of her.
I almost forgot. Your sister called.
Jana? About what?
She needed to borrow some money. Since she couldn't get you, she asked some friends.
Well, she'll have to wait a couple of weeks. I promised some to Arzu,
Which Arzu?
the one in the 11th grade.
Oh, my Arzu. I miss all my students so much.
I know they miss you too. They always ask about you. They want to know when you're coming back and ask me to say hi.
Let them know I can't wait to see them again.
Well, maybe we can both stop by the school next week when we see Merve's specialist.
Yeah, that'd be nice. What does Arzu need the money for? Is her father unemployed or something like that?
Yeah, for a while now. She couldn't afford the university exam fee. We'll just have to set some money aside to help her out.
Yes, of course. We should. Sure.
In the meantime, we'll just have to be happy with what we have and each other.
You know what?
No, what, sweetie?
I hope the new baby comes a little bit before I die. 'Cause that way at least you and Mommy won't be so sad.
This doesn't make any sense to me, Goulton.
Well, I don't understand any of this either. Maybe we should ask somebody about it.
That's what I think, but who are we supposed to ask? It needs to be somebody that we can trust. They are demanding that we both explain ourselves, but I don't know what I did wrong. What are we supposed to justify to them?
I don't know. We must have done something wrong.
Good morning.
What's
Good morning,
that?
kids. Good morning, everybody.
Look, Fatih and Esma are coming. Let's ask them.
You look radiant, Esma.
Well, thank you, Hajar.
family. My goodness, it can't be too much longer now. I pray God watches over you all when the time comes.
Me too. Thank you.
I'm sorry to trouble you with this, sir, but could you explain this?
Where did you get this from?
From the vice principal, but at the principal's request.
What's wrong, Fatih?
The new principal is requiring that they justify wearing their scarves. Good morning, sir.
Good
Good to
morning,
see you,
sir.
sir.
Is there a problem?
Sir, I think there's a mistake. Why are you asking our janitors to defend themselves?
I haven't made any mistakes. I require an explanation. It's an administrative matter. It doesn't concern you. Keep this to yourselves from now on. Involve anyone else in this, and you will be replaced.
Okay,
Yes,
Mr.
Mr. Principal.
And who are you? A parent?
No, Principal, I'm a teacher. I teach history at Enlightenment High School. My name's Esma Adagazel.
Well, frankly, you don't look like much of a teacher.
Esma's my wife, Mr. Korkmaz. She's on maternity leave.
Whenever she decides to resume her position, she won't teach like this.
Don't worry. My wife knows the difference between her private life and her professional life. Let's get the documents and go.
Unbelievable. I guess I hurt their feelings. This institution is not a house of worship. It's a school, that's all. Ah, assistant principal.
Yes, sir.
This Sunday, let's go to a nice restaurant so we can get to know each other a little better. Some good food and good wine. Your choice, wherever you want. Be sure to invite all teachers and their spouses. We should know each other better, since we'll be working together.
A nice restaurant.
That's right. After all, they will enlighten our future. They deserve nothing less, do they?
Yes, of course. But those expenses will be reimbursed by the purchasing department, and I don't think that Fatih will approve.
You seem to be forgetting that I am the school principal. Just make the arrangements. And don't involve Fatih. It's none of his business.
Whatever you say, sir.
If the principal had let us post it, you would have seen for yourselves. It was a really good article. It was done in a tasteful way, and it was full of meaningful lessons about politeness and being good to one another, and being respectful and compassionate is how you earn respect.
Really? Even to people who don't deserve it?
It's not about judging. Being disrespectful only disgraces yourself.
Young man, What do you think you're doing? Do you think you're in a church? What's with the propaganda?
Propaganda has nothing to do with it, Principal. They asked me about the article you banned, and I told them what was in it.
Oh, is that what this is about? I guess it was really important. Why don't you have your gym clothes on? It's a sin to play basketball now, huh?
No way, sir. How could basketball be a sin? But I just got a cast removed from my foot. The doctor told me to lay off it.
Then keep your mouth shut and go to the cafeteria. Don't encourage your high-minded friend. You will all disperse immediately. Listen, kid. I'm watching you. We don't want to have another one of these talks, hmm?
Did the new principal get to you, Esma?
Just because he's an insensitive bully? Of course he did, but what can we do?
It's all right. We'll figure it out.
The situation is not very good. Could you take a look at the results?
Of course.
Nurse, could you bring us the test results,
Yes,
please?
right away.
Now let's compare her blood work against the electrolyte balance. That's it. An operation may be too risky.
I'll discuss the results with the family.
Okay, go ahead. Good luck. When was this taken?
Why don't we talk outside? Have they arrived?
Yes, they have.
Well, Fatih, I sincerely hope that your faith will provide you with some strength. And I'm sorry that I don't have better news for you.
What is it? My wife and I are strong enough to face the truth, don't worry. Whatever it is you need to tell us, we're ready to hear it.
Merve is not in good shape, Fatih. I'm sorry to say her condition has become worse.
Worse? Well, what exactly does that mean?
Despite all our efforts, there's only so much we can do. As you know, her condition is incurable. The older she gets, the more difficult it is for her body to compensate, and eventually won't be able to at all.
Well, what can we do?
We need to increase her treatments first. In addition to coming here more regularly, it might be best for her to stay here to supervise her more closely. The insurance you have through work has covered Merve's treatment so far, but the next stage of treatments are likely to be much more expensive. Do you think you can manage that?
Whatever it takes to give her the best care possible.
We'll do the best that we can. Keep praying for her, Fatih. Don't give up hope. She needs your faith now more than ever.
All right, then. Take this to Fatih immediately.
But, sir, this...
This what?
Well, this says Fatih has to explain his wedding ring? You expect him to justify that?
Of course, why shouldn't I? That ring reflects his ideology. He has to explain why he thinks that's appropriate.
But, sir, this doesn't make sense.
It absolutely makes sense. Just like the janitors who are wearing those scarves on their heads, any teacher wearing a silver wedding ring is touting his religious beliefs and making a political statement. Even worse, it's a challenge. Didn't you see his wife's outfit? And she claims to be a teacher. What kind of teacher is that? Her inner beliefs reflected on the outside. Everyone thinks it's harmless. It isn't!
I understand your objection, sir. I do. But we can't make policies about Esma's personal life. Or the janitors. They're not even part of the staff. They're independent contractors. How they dress is really beyond your authority.
Are you trying to teach me my job, Masood?
No, of course not, sir. When their contracts expire, we simply won't renew them.
Huh. Hello? Ah. Oh, yes, sir, Oktay. Anything you want. Oh, that's fantastic. We'd be honored if you visited. Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. Thank you, sir. He wants to inspect this place. Quick, gather all those janitors in front of the storage area.
But why?
Stop questioning and do what I say!
Okay. Hold on. Wait there.
Who has the keys? Answer me.
I'm sorry, I have them.
Fine. Open the door. Get inside.
Huh? What do you mean?
Didn't you hear what I said? I'm ordering you to go inside. Hurry up.
But why?
Go get inside. That's right. Hurry. Good.
Principal, why are you doing this?
Because we're about to undergo an inspection. We can't afford to have those women seen wearing those outfits.
What did you think you were doing by locking them away?
Actually, just to help. For the good of the school.
Is that so? If your mother were helped in this way, would you be pleased about it?
I would not.
Then why do it?
I was afraid that Octai would see.
But suppose these women were to come here now and demand justice for the way you mistreated them. Would Octai be able to give you any assistance then?
Listen, Octai sent me there with very specific expectations. I couldn't let him down.
And did you have expectations of him?
Of course I wanted something in exchange.
You were to be given a higher position of authority.
That's right.
As for Octai?
If this project worked, then Octai would have received a lot more prestige.
Yes, of course. The money required to make this pilot project a success was considerable. All of those bids needed many funds.
But those bids were to require teaching equipment. All of the contracts were completely legitimate.
And weren't you aware of exactly how Octai orchestrated the purchasing of those bids?
Octai and I would coordinate our efforts during the bids. In return, we would each be given a share.
Fatih controlled the money. As the head of the purchasing department, he could prevent this, right?
Right. Everyone at the school knew him to be an honorable and trustworthy man.
So you attempted to weaken his resolve by attacking the beliefs he held?
Yes, that was the strategy. We just wanted him out of the way.
Why then did you give Birjan a hard time?
Listen, I was not a faithless person. I just wanted to please Octai, I swear!
So in exchange for his favor, you betrayed your beliefs. Was the student bulletin board truly against school regulations?
It wasn't.
The great religions and their leaders were part of the school's curriculum.
That's right. They were.
I will not address the worst part of your offenses, but the things you prohibited in fact contradicted the school's regulations.
I admitted that!
No, what you said was Octai told you to.
That's right. I told you how he expected me to behave.
Octai isn't able to hear all that you say or see all that you do. You should have sought to gain the approval of the one who sees everything.
I was already lost. I'd already committed myself. I couldn't turn back. I had to make sacrifices to help my career.
My sweetie pie, you're doing great.
Esma, I gotta get going. I should be back soon.
You have something today? Oh, that's right. There's a school get-together lunch, right? I should go before people forget me.
No, sweetheart, don't worry about it. It's better that you stay here.
But Fatih, Kuven will take it the wrong way.
That's his problem.
Fatih, listen to me. You know he doesn't like you. He wants you out of there. Don't make it easier.
I don't care what he wants. There's nothing he can do anyway. You should look after Merve.
I could ask our neighbors to look after her.
Esma, don't you know what he'll do to you? He'll insult you in front of everyone who's gathered there. I can't allow him to do that to you.
But I'm afraid that it'll cause bigger problems if I don't go with you.
Nothing will happen. It's all right. I'm sure it'll be fine. All we need is a little faith.
Okay, Fatih.
Thank you. Thank you all. And welcome. I look around this lovely table, and I see the future of enlightenment, both for the students at our school and the people of the world. That is our purpose, our promise to provide the finest education that we can, and it's up to each of us. Teachers are the lamps that light the way to the future. And ours looks very bright indeed.
Thanks very
Please
much.
come in.
Our country needs the best and the brightest to eventually lead us toward a better tomorrow. We can guide the way for many generations to come. We must embrace the future. Our teachers should be progressive, unfettered by the primitive dogmas of the past. Their minds must be open to what science can accomplish. And since their minds must be free of any ideological disposition, we shouldn't allow any within the school walls. Don't you agree with me? I specifically requested that everyone bring their spouses with them. I guess Masood forgot to mention that to you.
No, he did. Masood told me. But as you know, my wife is pregnant. It's becoming harder for her to get around.
Looked like she was getting around fine when we met the other day.
Unfortunately, my daughter's health has gotten worse. Esma stayed home to look after her.
I thought she might not want to come here because the clothes she wears would not really be appropriate.
My wife would never wear something she's ashamed of. She's been dressing herself for a long time, Principal.
Then I propose we make a toast. Please, everyone join me. To the teachers of Enlightenment High School who brighten the future of our future generations. May our path be enlightened. Fatih, answer me this. Don't you think it's incumbent upon us to help our high school attain a good position?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Because you chose not to join us in the toast.
Principal? First of all, some things are more important than your toast. Like, who's paying for this? We don't have a restaurant fund. I'm ashamed to be seen in such an ostentatious place. We're wasting money intended for poor students, spending it on alcohol and a fancy restaurant. This is completely inappropriate for people who strive to educate. It's excessive. This is shameless.
We should set good examples, and everyone here is doing just that. We gathered here with the common purpose to improve our children's future. That should be celebrated.
The first responsibility of a teacher is to give what they can to benefit their pupils. Then they will naturally become enlightened and progressive and be modern. What has this dinner done for them? And what has it cost them? You can't educate anybody with toasts. Please excuse me. I must be going.
Okay. Well, let's eat. Come on, let's enjoy. How dare he speak so disrespectfully? Damn it.
You gave him no choice. You put Fatih on the defensive and he stood up for himself. I mean, you didn't have to make such a big deal about the way his wife dresses.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry?
I want you to get out of here. Something wrong with your ears? Leave me alone. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach all of you a lesson. You'll soon see. It's my responsibility. I'll teach them all.
The first time I took the practice exam, I didn't do so good. But then the second time I took it, I knew what I was doing and did much better. It's all because of you.
You shouldn't give me all the credit. You're the one who did all the hard work.
Hmm?
I bombed on the first practice exam because I was nervous. I couldn't pay for the real one. But then, you offered to help me out, so I could focus on what I needed to do. You really helped me out more than you know.
I'm sure this is just the beginning for you.
Actually, I want to be a teacher just like you. You and your wife are a total inspiration. You two should know that.
Excuse me, Fatih, sir.
Is there something wrong, Hajar?
Your wife Esma called. Merve has gotten worse.
Did she tell you anything else?
Arzu. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Beerjohn?
There's something that I would like to tell you.
Beerjohn, I'm actually very upset right now. I heard Fatih's daughter is really sick.
You serious? Man, that's really horrible news.
It's awful. Is it cool if we catch up later on?
Sure, that's fine. No reason it can't wait.
See you later.
Well, well, well. Beerchan is putting the moves on a certain special someone. Huh. I don't know about that.
I was told to come immediately. Where is she?
Fatih?
What's going on?
She's gotten worse, Fatih. They want to know whether we're going to admit her or take care of her at home. The insurance covers the hospital costs only partially, and we don't have much money left.
Okay, don't worry. I'll call my mom. She'll help us out. It'll be all right.
Fatih, I hope that God will give us some strength.
Okay, let's begin. This poem by Fuzuli is about the story of Layla and Mejnun. Please follow along. He says, if the beautiful are loyal, do not be deceived by it, because poets invariably lie. All right, there is obviously a hidden meaning here. Who can explain it to us?
I can, sir.
I know this.
Okay, Beerjan, what do you think? Mr. Korkmaz, what's wrong?
We're conducting a search.
Oh, come on.
Sit down. Keep your hands visible, stay calm, and stay right where you are. All right, go ahead.
Mr. Korkmaz, do you think
Your
this
bag.
is appropriate? You should have let me know beforehand. According to regulations, the teachers must be informed about any searches.
Yes, I know. But unfortunately, if I tell you, you'll end up telling the students.
Open your bag, too.
Here.
You.
You too.
Put your bag on the desk. Open it.
You open it, too. Open your bag. Come on.
What are these?
They're books.
I can see that they're books, smart Alec. I want to know what kind of books they are. Are they in the curriculum?
Open
Why
your
are they
bag.
in your bag?
Because
Okay, I've checked yours.
I like to read them.
Oh, really? I thought maybe you snacked on them. Where did you get these books from?
Well,
I gave the books to him. Today, just before class. I guess you must have forgot. These books are recommended by the school district.
That's very heroic. I actually think I'm going to cry, Fatih. But I don't recommend them. I don't care if some dogmatic bureaucrat recommended them during his term.
I regret being forced to say this in front of the students, but your behavior is inappropriate for a principal.
These books will no longer be permitted on the school premises. Read what you want outside of school, but those books are banned. Don't bring them here again. Do you understand? I don't recommend them.
I understand, sir.
Please raise your arms.
Excuse me?
Raise your arms now. What's this? Did Fatih give this to you as well?
But sir, that's private.
What do you think you're doing?
You stay out of this, Fatih. Dear Arzu, I've wanted to tell you about my feelings for a long time, but I couldn't find the courage to say it. I genuinely admire, respect, and care for you. I care about you so much that I'm afraid to say anything for fear that I might say too much and embarrass you. I see. Well, you don't have to worry about telling her now. I trust that you've all learned something. Be careful. Be careful. You better watch your step. If I catch any of you with this same kind of nonsense,
Psycho.
you'll be sorry.
That guy's such a jerk. He's
This guy's
horrible.
unbelievable. Can't even believe it.
Principal went way overboard, Fatih. Why is he picking on the poor boy? He's only 16. What did he do to deserve this?
I don't have the slightest idea. I wish I knew. Pirjan's been gone for 3 days.
I hope that he's okay. Did you try calling his mom?
If he's not there tomorrow, I will. Hello? Hello, Birjan. Are you sure that's a good idea? Why don't we get together and talk about it? Birjan? Birjan, talk to me. Your mom will be very upset. Birjan, no.
What did he say?
He's dropping out. He can't go back there. He's too embarrassed. His mother is going to be devastated.
Why doesn't he switch schools? There's no reason for him to quit. His poor mom has been working really hard to give him a good education.
He said that he's too mortified, and that the tyrants can have their school for themselves.
All due to one man's cruelty.
I can't help but wonder who's next.
Look, dear. Your friends, not one of them has a nice thing to say about you, or even really likes you. I think some of them are afraid. You're in with a dangerous crowd. They know that you're up to no good.
What do you mean, sir?
They know about your connections, the kinds of people you hang out with. You're friends with the drug gangs. They say you sell drugs for them.
No way.
Watch your mouth. You're in the principal's office.
I'm sorry, Principal.
You're the only one selling drugs in this school.
I swear to you, none of that's true. I've never taken drugs in my whole entire life.
I see. So then your friends must be lying. They've sworn to me that they're telling the truth about you selling that filth on school grounds. Everyone knows that you come from a poor family. In a way, it actually makes sense, right? Didn't you recently come into some money?
Yes, but that was just some money that Fatih gave me.
I'm really glad you brought that up. Now, you tell me, young lady. Would you rather stay in school or go to prison? Which is it?
Excuse me. Pardon. You got a sec?
Of course.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Sure, go ahead.
I can't talk about it here. It's kind of private, you know. Can we talk in the library? I don't think anybody's there now.
Okay, sure. Okay. What's going on? Are you okay?
Teacher, I feel the same way about you.
Huh?
You know, the other day, when we were talking, you told me you cared about me.
Of course I care about you. I care about all my students.
Well, I really care about you too. And I'm ready to do what you want me to.
What are you talking about? Are you feeling all right?
Of course I'm fine. I want to make you happy any way I can.
Stop this nonsense, Arzu. What are you doing?
Get off!
Arzu,
Help
calm
me!
down.
Let me
Stop
go!
It. Stop it,
Help!
Arzu.
Let me go,
Stop
please!
it, Arzu. Calm down.
Please!
What is wrong with you?
Arzu! What have you done?
Sir, I just thought he tried to touch. I can't even say it. I'm too embarrassed to.
I didn't do anything.
God.
Please, you must believe me.
You wretched animal! Under his righteous exterior, he was just a sick predator.
I didn't do anything. Arzu, what's wrong with you? Tell them the truth.
It's all right. Call the police. Get this freak out of here.
Principal, listen to me. Anybody, just give me a chance to explain. Do you think I'd do something like this? You've known me for
You've said
years.
far too much already. You should be worried about what the judge thinks.
Tell me, would you like to be in the same predicament?
Of course I wouldn't.
I see. And what if your wife thought you were guilty?
I'd be filled with shame.
So then, did they do anything to deserve such a fate?
No.
He had a wife, a child, and another on the way. He held great respect and had many friends.
All of that is true, but what could I do? I had to do something to get him out of there.
Indeed you did. So you convinced others that he was perverse. An excruciating fate for a man of morality.
He shamed me at the restaurant. What was I supposed to do? Everyone there was supposed to treat me with the utmost respect.
The dinner that you insisted on. The one you paid for using money that was intended to help students who needed financial support.
I wanted to motivate the teachers. I thought celebrating our dream would do that.
Motivating them to pursue their dreams is good. And yet, should that be done at the expense of the students who were relying on that money?
I was just establishing myself. I couldn't do everything by the rules before I knew anybody.
You needed someone to guide you. Either Masood or Fatih could have given you their assistance.
Yes, but I can't explain.
Say that this grand event was about something else, not their motivation. Perhaps it was to entice their loyalty.
Well, to get acquainted.
And once you get to know them, you tell Oktai all about them. But Fatih threatened this arrangement, and that upset you.
It did. And you have to get what you want once ambition gets a hold of you.
And you let go of so many things. You ignored all of your principles and values. Your blind ambition became a way of life, and you have lost sight of all of your sins and the lies you lived in.
They slipped off my tongue. I simply lost track.
And for what?
My plan for success. It's all that mattered.
I see. Did you succeed?
Of course I didn't.
When one rows against the current, they will never reach their goal.
Don't take this so hard, Fatih. We'll figure this out.
I'm still trying to understand what happened, Esma. My students at school, the teachers, the parents, they all think I'm a monster.
Everybody at the school knows you. Anybody with half a brain in their heads can see this as a setup, right?
One way or another, you can be sure the truth will come out, son. Do you think the people who slandered you will actually get away with it? They will eventually get punished in the other world if they don't get caught in this one.
Yeah, but who? Who in the world would want to slander me in such a reprehensible way? What do they hope to gain by doing this? Who'd want to get me fired from the school?
Oh, son.
I also can't understand why Arzu would set me up for something like this. Could she have misunderstood my intentions?
I'm sure that you did nothing to lead her on in any way. Please try to calm down. Sweetheart, we need to be patient and see.
We really don't have another choice. What are we going to do? The baby's due any minute now. Merve needs treatment. She needs to keep going to the hospital and be treated continuously. We've nearly spent all of our savings.
Somehow we'll find a way. Please, just sit with me a bit. You were the one who always said there's a solution to every problem, so you have to believe me. These outlandish accusations against you will soon be proven to be lies, and then you'll be able to go back to your job.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll come back when the baby is old enough. Then we'll be able to pay for the treatments Merve needs.
Mommy!
My angel!
Mommy, look! I drew a picture of her.
Merve!
Merve!
Oh.
Merve, honey,
No,
calm down,
sweetheart,
honey.
you sit
Keep
down.
calm.
Merve! Merve!
Try to take deep breaths, just like the doctor said.
Fatih!
Esma, please call a taxi.
Okay.
Call a taxi, dear.
I can't breathe. It hurts a lot.
I'm gonna pick you up now, sweetie. It won't hurt a bit, okay? Don't worry. We'll get you to the hospital right away. Nurse, my daughter is very sick.
Lay her
She
down
has
on
a
the
kidney
cot.
disorder. Someone needs to see her right now.
It's all right.
Calm down, dear.
Esma, I need to get the referral forms from the school. You stay here. Make sure they do whatever they need to ease her pain.
Absolutely. Don't you worry.
You should get off your feet. Sit down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Take care of them, Mom.
Of course, my dear. You go on.
Excuse me. Where do you think you're going? You don't belong on school grounds.
I came to get the paperwork to admit my daughter to the hospital. Her condition is worse. I'm afraid it's quite serious.
Paperwork?
For the hospital.
Your arrogance amazes me. I'm astounded you would even dare come here.
I beg your pardon?
What makes you think you're welcome here? You're not a teacher or employee. You're disgusting.
All right. But surely we can still use my wife's health insurance.
Impossible. I will not permit that. Understand?
But that's completely against school policy.
It is. I know. But I like it that way. How do you have the audacity to show your face at this school after the deplorable things you did to that girl?
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
Of course you'd say that. Now get the hell off my school grounds immediately. You have no place at this school, and once you leave, you are never to come back.
One day, you'll get what you deserve. I pity you, Principal.
The man's deranged. What's wrong?
No, nothing, sir.
What are you looking at?
We weren't looking at anything.
Don't you have a class to get to? Move it!
How is she?
She's okay. I didn't think you'd take so long. Did you run into trouble?
They wouldn't let me get it. They fired me from my job.
Huh? How are we going to pay for this? They did tests. They gave her medicine. What do we do?
Don't worry, honey. I already paid them. At least she's not in pain. Is she staying overnight?
No. We can go when she wakes up.
Mommy. Papa.
Merve, we're here, sweetheart. We're here, honey.
How are you feeling, sweetie? Do you feel better now?
My sweet baby. Fatih, I forgot to ask you, how did you pay for the hospital bill? Were you able to borrow the money?
Actually, I had to use all of our savings.
You mean we don't have anything left? What are we going to do?
Who knows? But I'm sure we'll find a way. God will help us. I'll get up early tomorrow and go look for a job.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to worry, hon. All you need to think about is the baby. It's all right. Get some sleep. I'll stay up with Merve a little longer.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. Thanks.
Can I get a pretzel?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Thanks.
Arzu! 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 Please, just give me a second here. I deserve to know why you lied about me. What on earth were you thinking?
I had to do it, that's all. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Arzu, be honest with me. Who made you do this? Tell me, who forced you to slander me? Why did you do it? Arzu!
Well, what do you know?
Talk to me.
Hey, isn't this interesting? There she goes. Were you planning to assault her in public? Your perversion cost you your job, and now you've lost all shame. You're still trying to get her. Huh. I'd think you would have given up by now. Incredible. Man, you should get out of this town. Nobody wants you around here anymore. You're a disgrace, you pervert!
There you go, all tucked in. Now you get some rest, sweetheart.
I'll get the door. Fatih, I thought you were working. Where did your cart go?
I ditched it and ran home.
What on earth were you running from?
I'll tell you later. I'm kind of upset.
Who could that be?
Hey, Mom, I'm back.
Janan, what a nice surprise. Welcome, sweetie.
Thank you. Nice to see you. How are you, bro?
Fine, but what are you doing here? You didn't quit
Have a
college,
seat.
did you? Are you sick?
No, I'm not sick. You sure you guys are really doing all right?
What do you mean?
When Fatih stopped sending me money, I applied for a scholarship. So they're doing their background check on me and find my brother was fired. And then something really weird happened. They totally just rejected my scholarship application. So I had to come here. You gotta tell me what's up with you two.
Please, Mr. Principal, won't you reconsider your decision? Look at us. Where are women like us supposed to find work at our age?
Your future employment is of no consequence to me. I'm not going to renew your contracts. I don't want anybody who covers their heads working in my school, and that's final.
But, Mr. Principal, we have been working in this school for 17 years, and our scarves were never a problem. We don't understand why we're losing our jobs.
Please, sir, can't you find it in your heart to keep us on?
What's wrong with our scarves? It's simply how we feel comfortable. Surely you have a mother?
That is inappropriate. My mother and how she dresses is none of your business. Leave the school right away.
Please, sir, you can't. I'm putting 2 kids through school. You are an educator, too. You know how important it is for these kids to get a proper education.
I am speaking clearly here, aren't I? Now get out of here. You're fired. Go on, try finding a job that complements your fashion sense. I'll get rid of you one at a time. You'll see.
Fatih, do you think you can sell all of these?
I think I ought to be able to sell them all. People always leave the game hungry. We should hurry up, though. I don't want to be late.
They've been at the hospital for a long time.
I'm sure they're just being thorough with Merve's tests, that's all. Don't worry, they'll be back soon.
Fatih!
What is it?
I'm okay. It was just a contraction.
Hello, Canan. What? She got worse? Canan, what are you saying? Try to calm down. Okay, I'll be right there.
What's wrong, Fatih? Did something happen?
She's not doing well. She's in critical condition.
Fatih! Fatih, the baby is coming.
Okay, everything's gonna be fine. Just relax. I'll call an ambulance right away. Deep breaths, deep breaths.
Oh, Fatih!
You're fine. It's all right. Easy, sweetie. Deep breaths, deep breaths.
Hopefully we won't have any complications along the way. Just take a seat, try to be patient, and wait for the good news.
Thanks, but I can't wait here. My daughter is sick.
Finally, where were you?
Esma's having the baby. She's in the delivery room right now. How's Merve? How bad is it? What are they saying?
She got really sick. The doctors told us her condition was very serious. They took her to the operating room, but she might not survive.
How long has she been in there?
It's been more than an hour. How's Esma?
Fine, thank God. Oh Lord, please watch over my family. I need to go check on Esma.
Fatih!
Doctor, how is Merve?
She was in bad shape when we brought her in. We tried our best to save her, but unfortunately, I'm sorry, but there was nothing we could do for her.
Congratulations, it's a boy. It's all right, stop worrying. The baby and the mother are doing just fine.
Is it possible to see her?
Of course, she'll be ready in a few minutes. Follow the hallway, she's in the 5th room on the right.
Thanks.
How's Merve? Did her condition improve? Fatih, talk to me. She's going to be okay, right? She's fine.
I'm sorry.
What's this assembly for?
From what I heard, the principal's getting this big deal award.
Award for what?
It's some kind of educator of the year or something.
The students have all gathered. We may proceed to the front if you wish.
Of course, of course. As I said, you did a good job, Mr. Principal. You certainly serve with distinction.
Thank you, Octai, sir. I am doing my very best to fulfill my responsibilities. Let's go.
Okay.
To our respected teachers and beloved students, we are gathered today to honor a very special man, our very own principal, Gouven Korkmaz, who has earned a much-coveted award from the Distinguished Department of Education. They decided to name our principal as the Educator of the Year. And now, to present the award,
I would like to invite Department of Education official Mr. Octai Chaudhar and our principal, Mr. Korkmaz, to the podium to receive this impressive honor.
Come on, come on.
Good morning, my friends. I will keep this short. I congratulate Mr. Korkmaz as an outstanding educator and sincerely wish him continued success in the future. Congratulations.
I'm truly honored. Where to start? Dear teachers and students, I can't describe how excited I am now. In all my 22 years of work in education, this is the high point of my career. It is very gratifying to be recognized for my service. For over 2 decades, I've aspired to teach
Hey,
progressive,
did you hear that Fadi's
enlightened
daughter
students
passed away?
and embrace
What?
the next
I know, I couldn't believe it.
And I will keep on.
I overheard it when they were changing my cast, and his wife gave birth the same day. Isn't that totally weird?
This is your time, your future.
It's just this way?
That's right. Have a good day. Hello. Is there something I can do for you?
I came here to report someone. A criminal.
And who is this?
Our principal.
Okay, sweetie. You don't want to sleep? It's okay. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Are you ready, honey?
I am. It's exciting. I feel like my first day of teaching. I gotta go now.
Okay, honey. I hope you have a good day. Say bye-bye.
Cutie. Mwah. Love you. Mwah.
Bizarre. How could that loathsome predator get his job back? Not my school. He stays out, or I'll throw him out of this institution myself. What?
Excuse me, this package came from the district office.
They opened an investigation about me. But that doesn't make sense. It's all because of that backstabbing student. He can't come back. I won't take him back in my school. I won't stand for this.
Hey, look! Look who it is!
Foxy. Hey, look, it's
Our
Foxy.
teacher?
Oh, look,
Welcome
it's
back,
him.
sir. How are you?
It's great to see you again.
He's back.
We felt really
Of course I'm
bad.
not mad at you.
Sorry, there was nothing we could do.
The only thing that matters is that you're all okay.
That's so sweet of you. You're the best.
We were worried you
I would
weren't going to
never
come
let
back.
Come on, show me what you
What the
got.
hell?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Come on,
Chill
chill
out.
out. Come on,
Come on,
get
come
on.
on.
Hey, what do you two think you're doing? Break it up!
Come on!
I'm talking to you guys.
Rip your
Cut it
face
out
off,
now!
scumbag.
This
Can't
is
take no
school!
puss.
This fight stops now!
Back off or you're next.
That's no way to talk to your principal.
Guys, just calm down.
Is violence the only thing you understand? Do I have to stoop to this?
I warned you, principal.
How could you? It's gonna be all right, sir. There's an ambulance on its way. Give him some room. Make way for the ambulance.
I'm okay. I can take care of myself.
Don't be silly. Try not to move.
It's such a pity. Nothing went as you expected. The great success you coveted so dearly never truly came to pass.
You're right. I died, and I had no idea that it was coming.
At the very moment your deceptions were revealed, and Fatih was permitted to teach once again.
That's right. We skipped that part. I had all the regulations working against him.
Only because you bent them for your use. You broke the law. You denied Fatih the help he needed to care for his child. As a result, his poor daughter died. If she were yours, would you like her to die for someone's ambition?
No, I wouldn't.
And yet this poor girl did. All for your title and prestige. I wonder what kind of professional that makes you. Only God knows. If you truly contributed to her death, you will be held accountable.
I know I did wrong. But I just did what I was told. I did my duty.
We have been over all of this before. Did your duties include spying? Were you required to report on them, or was it a personal agenda? No rules demanded that of you. Those decisions were made by you.
Well, that's true.
And tell me, isn't a civil servant supposed to serve society and strive to uphold its laws? You took an oath to protect people. You pledged yourself to their betterment, but instead you betrayed them.
But I didn't. I was just trying to make the best of the situation.
In that way, you did well for yourself. But at this sacred threshold, no title, no station, no worldly success matters here. Only what you did, and why you chose to do so.
But Octite tricked me!
If there is a trickster, then that must mean there is someone else who has been tricked. Therefore, each of them must be questioned. Let's summon Octai.
I don't understand. Is he coming here now?
He's right there. You may say to him whatever you have to say.
You deceived me!
No, I did not. I just made you a job offer. I wanted you to be my accomplice. You knew exactly what you were getting into.
No. You offered me the position of principal! You said you would give me better opportunities. And you told me education at the school would improve.
Yes, I did. You are worldly enough to fully understand exactly what those words meant. It's embarrassing that you would think of yourself as an innocent.
Perhaps. But it was for the kids. This whole scheme was supposed to benefit everyone.
A man like Fatih truly cares about the kids in the school. Masoud's another good one. But you cared only for yourself.
You pressured me! You forced me to do those terrible things!
You can't blame me for what you've done. Did I tell you to lock those poor old women in a storage closet?
Can't you see what he's trying to do? This is all because of you!
I don't give a damn what happens to you. I have a life full of my own sins that I have to answer for.
You're a snake. You are such a wretched man!
You're just as wretched as I am, if not more.
This kind of argument is endless and has no relevance. We will no longer require Oktai's presence here.
So what's to become of me now?
Your fate shall be sealed in accordance with what's righteous and just.
But I'm innocent. Why should I even wait to be judged?
Judgment comes to all who live. You wasted your life on meaningless pleasures and base desires. Like all men, you will be judged accordingly.
Please, somebody help me! Is there anyone out there who can help me? No! Please, give me another chance! I promise I won't be forced to do anything wrong. I'll watch out for the people around me. Please, please, I beg you, I gotta go back!
Life is temporary. Wealth is temporary. Status is temporary. Those who do not stray or transgress against what is right, and those who devote themselves to God's favor, are blessed with His eternal grace. Life is short. The hereafter is endless.
No. No. Please, no. No. God, no. Let me go. No. I don't want to go. Help me. Please. I don't want to go. Somebody help me! Help me!